I've put together a list of some of my favorite eye-related drugstore finds. Some are things that I'm constantly recommending to patients, and others are just things I personally love. I've got 3 different categories for you. We're going to go through beauty, dry eye, and then general use items in today's video. This is Eye School with me, Dr. D, where I teach you about products and treatments related to dry eye syndrome and eye beauty. Make sure to hit the subscribe button if you enjoy my videos, as I publish them weekly. So let's get started with my picks for ocular beauty and aesthetics. If you watch the channel, you know that I'm all about eye safe beauty. And here's a few eye doc approved products that will enhance eye beauty without causing irritation or harming your eyes. So first in my aesthetics picks, I've got Lumify. This is a eye doctor favorite. Many eye doctors like this drop. This comes from Bausch & Lomb, and it's basically low dose brimonidine. Lumify brightens and whitens the eyes, but it works selectively instead of just working overall on every receptor on the ocular surface. And so it doesn't cause rebound redness like some of the other Get the Red Out drops do. And for that reason, I love Lumify. Now, it's important to note that if you're relying on a drop like Lumify to always keep your eyes bright and white, then you might have an underlying condition like allergies of your eyes or dry eye. But for that occasional use, just to get your eyes bright and white for an event, for instance, I love Lumify. Next, I found an eye cream for you, and eye creams are kind of a tall order if we're being honest. So it's a little tough to find these at the drugstore. My mantra is always to flip the label and read the ingredients, because there are so many ingredients and preservatives that can be problematic in eye cream, and I'll leave those here on the screen with me while I'm chatting with you. But I have looked at this eye cream and vetted it quickly to see that none of these problematic preservatives are present, and so I think it's a really nice sort of innocuous moisturizing cream that may help around your eyes, certainly without doing damage. Next in the aesthetics, I want to talk about lashes, because I've had a lot of fun with lashes on this channel in the past.
Oh wow, this is really fun. Do we have a makeup wipe? Oh, it's getting worse. But no. I did it! Oh, I look good. Okay, one eye it is. Hold on, do you think I can get the other one?
I've tried the iron oxide version where you have to put on liner, as well as the magnetic lashes. And although the magnetic ones like these are a lot more difficult to put on, the nice thing is that we're not putting any chemicals or preservatives or anything around our eyes. We're simply relying on the magnets in the magnetic lashes to hold. Now, let's not talk about how I did getting them on, but I think that it's a safe pick. Again, not every day, but I like these magnetic lashes for you to wear to occasional events to give you a little bit longer lashes. Definitely healthier for you than picking up a serum, any serum that's on the market. Now, let's get into my picks for dry eye. This is my area of specialty, and there's a ton of products that I like in this realm, and a lot of these are actually things that I have in my clinic as well. So this one was really hard to choose, but these are my go-tos for any at-home dry eye maintenance routine. So the first thing you can look at is an Optase warm compress mask. This is the type that I carry in my office. Warm compresses are routinely prescribed by eye doctors either in the evenings or even twice a day, and their purpose is to help loosen up your oil glands and get your oil gland expression a little bit back to normal. So a lot of times with meibomian gland dysfunction, you get thickened oils in your glands, and so hot compresses are used to help give you better tears, better top layer of your tears by helping out your meibomian glands. Also by Optase, I like their lid scrub a lot. The cloth is really, really big on this, and it's nice and soft. Some of the other lid scrub brands have kind of rough cloths to them, and so the Optase one is really nice. And the moisturizer in the Optase lid scrubs is hyaluronic acid, which I really love because I really like to see that in eye drops as well. Which Optase makes great eye drops, and these are the ones I would pick up at the drugstore. They make a drop version and a spray version. They both have hyaluronic acid in them. In my opinion, the drop is for a little bit more advanced dry eye when you're having more symptoms, whereas the spray is really nice to use when you're on the computer just kind of mid-work day. Maybe don't want to interrupt your vision with a full drop, but you can spray gently with the spray, and remember, whatever's around your eyes will end up in your eyes, and so we want to work that to our advantage. This is one example of that. Let's spray it on our face. It's going to refresh you. You're going to get just a little bit of drop in your eyes and make your eyes feel better, feel moisturized throughout the day. Now, if you have an oil deficiency to your tears, or you're spending a lot of time on computer and not blinking as much, I really like Retain MGD in that instance. So Retain MGD has an oil component which tends to stay on your eye a little bit longer and is the preference of some of my patients. And then along the same lines, we've got Retain PM. Retain PM is a thick ointment. It's really great if you tend to have that dryness as you wake up in the morning. If you need an overnight ointment, this is one that I really like because it doesn't have any preservative in it as well. And then finally, for dry eye, it's always a good idea to have a really good humidifier. So I'll link this one here. The problem with humidifiers can tend to be that you have to keep them clean. So I have not vetted this one to see how easy it is to clean. I know that's probably your first question, but looking for a humidifier, and you can certainly just get these from the drugstore. They don't have to be fancier than that. It just has to be something that you can take apart and keep clean. But keeping your space humidified definitely helps with dry eye symptoms. And then finally, I've got some favorites that I use all the time that are just kind of random and more general. They're not necessarily specifically dry eye or beauty related picks. So in general, you guys might know I made a video about ocular migraines, but I do get migraines, and when I do, I use a cold mask just like this one. Mine actually goes around my whole head, and I love that thing. I keep it in my freezer, and I think that it helps a lot. I end up using it as my cold pack for a lot of different things, but I really like the idea of a cold migraine eye mask. The second is BioTrue. As a contact lens solution, I love BioTrue. That whole line of products was made to mimic the biochemical situation of the body. So like the contact lenses, the BioTrue contacts match the water content of the cornea. The BioTrue solution pH matches the pH of the tears. And so I really, really like that line. I think it's good actually no matter what brand of monthly contacts you wear. It's also not bad to just sort of rinse off your daily contacts. So I just find that BioTrue is really great to have around. And in a pinch, if you got something in your eye and needed to do an eye wash, I personally would rather have you use BioTrue because it's eye safe and formulated and, tested to make sure that it's not antibacterial, but that it disinfects properly, right? As opposed to you doing an eye wash with like tap water, which is not necessarily a good thing. We can still have microorganisms living in tap water. Next, we've got anti-fog wipes, and these little babies got, real popular during the pandemic, but we still continue to have to wear masks, and with wearing glasses, it can be very, very difficult, as you may know. So these little anti-fog wipes I found are very effective at helping keep your glasses lenses from fogging up throughout the day. All right, then we've got Pat-A-Day. So Pat-A-Day, fun fact, this used to be prescription only. For years and years, I had to prescribe Pat-A-Day to my patients, but I'm happy to tell you that it's now over the counter. And so my pick for Pat-A-Day is this one. It's the 0.7%, which used to be Pazeo. And that one is going to work the fastest. It's the one that I would always prescribe if my patients had coverage for it in the clinic. But that's my pro tip, is the one I would grab. If you tend to have seasonal allergies, you want to get that Pat-A-Day over the counter 0.7%. And then finally, here's another cool mask. I really like cool masks if you have seasonal allergies. They're great to use in the morning. If you tend to have under eye bags, it's good to have a cool mask around as well. And this one is great. It's very, very similar to the one that we carry here in our office. So be sure to stop by your local drugstore and pick up some of these items, and then leave me a comment down below to let me know how it all worked out for you. Let me know if you like this video, and if you'd like to see something similar. So let me know if you like this video and if you'd like to see something similar with my Amazon favorites in the future. That is it for today's iSchool. Make sure to leave me a comment with your favorite drugstore finds. Class is dismissed. I'll see you next time.